All right, guys, I'm starting to figure out how to make these books look a little bit better, my Bible look a little bit better, because sometimes I'll get so many notes that it's so loaded with notes that it's very difficult to even read it. So I'm finding out that it's easier for me to find out, do I need this note to appear here or not? Some of them are cross references that I need to see this note here. And when I click on it, it'll take me to it'll show me other verses that I don't want to forget that are linked cross references that I create myself. And I do want to always see them here. Some of them, like this Romans chapter 8 Bible study, for instance, almost every verse has a note on it, and it's not necessary because I'll show you, for instance, over here, Romans chapter 8, I've already got a notebook called Romans chapter 8, and you can see almost every verse. There's verse 3, verse 6, verse 10, and I got notes, and they're all linked. So what I've decided to do is I don't need to see those when I'm reading over here in the Bible. I don't need to see these particular notes. Some of them I do, some of them I don't. So I'm trying to decide to go ahead over here now and say for verse 12 over here on the left, here's verse 12 on the right, coming up here to the top, and I'm just going to erase that. Now here's what's cool about it. If I have Romans chapter, and you see over here it's gone. It's gone. Now there is a note attached to it. I'm just not going to have to see it every time I'm reading through Romans chapter 8. I do know that if I want to pull up my notes for Romans chapter 8, that I'll have to come over here and open up the book, but that's not a problem, really. Or what I could do is at the top of this chapter, maybe go to the top of the chapter and have one note attached to the top up here, and see if that's going to help me figure out, if I can do it that way. Just have one at the top, and then I'll be able to hover over it, and I can say Romans 8 study. Let's go like this. We're inside Romans 8 here. I'm going to add a note. Add a note to this right here. Here's what I'll do. Here's the best way to do it. Romans chapter 8, select the reference, add a note. It came over here. You can drag it around, put it at the top. What I want to do here is make this I guess you could make it anything you want, a circle with a color, and then I'll talk about Romans 8 Bible study. And so I'll know that this is my Romans 8 Bible study. If I click on this, it'll take me right to, for instance, if I'm over here in this Bible, in this particular notebook over here, if I don't even have it pulled up, here's the Romans 8. See, in the future, you're going to be able to click on these and it'll open up the entire notebook, which is going to be great. Right now, you can't do that. So if you click it open or you hover your mouse over it, you'll see Romans Bible study. That's great, but eventually you're going to be able to see the name of the notebook in every single one of these. They said they're going to make it that way. And then you'll be able to click on it and it'll open up the entire notebook. So I can't wait for that to happen, because that'll solve the problem of me having all these notes down here. I can just click on the one at the top. It'll open up the whole notebook, and then I can see each and every one of my notes by simply clicking on it right here. So what I'm going to do right now is go through all this notebook here and hide every single one of these, because they're all part of the same notebook, Romans 8 notebook Bible study that I did, right? So I'm going to go through here and just take these all out so I don't see them in the Bible itself. They will all remain inside the notebook. And the notebook is visible at the top of the chapter. So that'll clear up a lot of these little notes that are just hanging there that I don't need to see there. They're not cross-references. They're just Bible studies. I can pull them up later by pulling up the actual notebook itself. So sometimes you want to see these notes there. Sometimes you don't. It's up to you. You got to figure out which ones you want to always be there and which ones you can hide. And just so you know, it's convenient to, if you instead of doing one at a time, turning off them one at a time, what you can do is select a whole bunch of them like this, highlight it, and then come up here and turn them off all at once. See this right here? Turn them off. And then you got to hit apply changes, and then they all disappear all at once. So that's a faster way of turning them off. So maybe this will help give you some ideas. I love you guys. Take care. Peace.